If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
Yesterday we were working on payment run, right? So we had an issue with payment run where the system did not allowed us to take it ahead, right? Execute the payment run.
Yes, sir.
So the issue was with the variant where the date and ID was updated in the variant. Since date was updated there, the system is not considering the date that we are executing. Let me show you that. For example, okay, I did not get it. Here the date was updated. So when you update the date here, it won't allow you to proceed ahead with the next run. You should not update the date here. Okay, in the variant it should be open because it is applicable for all the payment runs, right? So that was the reason. So I traced it out, and there were some system errors, and I corrected those, and now it's working fine. So yesterday we have posted one document that is payment request. Down payment request we posted right yesterday. Since I cleared that one today morning, I have posted one more document. So we shall proceed with the same. Let me show you the document and then proceed with. It's taking too long. Each execution is like Can you all see my screen? Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Aruna, hello.
Yes, Pushpa.
Yeah, Aruna, can you go a bit slow because I was not able to follow yesterday. There were a lot of screens going on, and top it all, I did not have in proper internet connection also.
Okay, sure. So yesterday, as I have shown you this payment request posting, which is done through F-47, that is the default transaction. This is taken, this transaction gets updated as a default transaction, but it is posted through F-47. So this is payment request document. Okay. We are now proceeding payment clearing, that is paying this advance payment using automatic payment run, that is F110. Okay, are you following? Is this okay, Pushpa?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Now we'll be doing payment run. Okay, AFS1, enter the company code, payment method is 3, and just give the next payment run date and vendor number. I can copy this vendor. I'm selecting the variant and save it. Just click on proposal. We can start immediately. We don't need to print payment medium in the time at the time of proposal. We can yeah, proposal is created now. Our document number is this one, 503. 503 or 4058 is 20405, 20406. This one, and it is considered for payment. Let's proceed with payment run. Create payment media. Okay. The job is running. Let's wait for only for one document. Okay, in this we'll have few documents. Only one document in that too, yeah. It's taking too long. Yeah, now it is generated. Fine. Let's see what is the document number. So you can see the GL account, which we updated for withholding tax posting, right? It had calculated withholding tax. For the payments, it is 4%, right? It calculated correctly. And now let's see the document. Posted. Is it clear to you all? Pushpa, Rashika, Chaitanya. Are you there? So let's check this in withholding tax item, line item, table, document number 504, bookers AFS1. See, it considered the correct withholding tax code automatically and check the rate. What is the rate that is correctly picked up or not? The rate is 4%, as we updated 4% for withholding tax A2, which is applicable for payment posting. So correctly calculated, right? Any doubts in this? Is it clear to you all?
Yeah. Aruna, also, can you tell the support team to upload the video recordings for yesterday and day before yesterday, because they are not being done.
I think they have already uploaded. I have just seen they are uploaded already.
I saw it this evening, it wasn't there. So after that, I didn't see.
Yes, let me show you. Yes, no, I have seen. This and this one.
Oh, they've done it.
And this one, withholding tax.
Hmm.
And this one. Both.
Maybe they did that after I told, I don't know, I had posted it on the site.
Okay. Any doubts in this?
Nothing for now. Maybe after we go through the recording.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So,
Aruna,
yeah.
So you normally the question yesterday we have discussed no recording. So how, for example, how will happen the automatic payment program for withholding tax, no?
Hmm.
So that I'm not clear. Can you tell me once again? That is
See, that's what I'm asking you. Nobody is speaking up that the document is already posted and you have not seen the document then. See, this is the document which is posted with F110 and withholding tax is being triggered.
okay. So that means for whenever they create the invoice, there is no withholding tax. Without tax, we have to post means after
No,
the pay.
please understand here. See, whenever a transaction happens, whenever invoice, like, any transaction is initiated, first they might ask invoice to be created, or sometimes the vendor might ask you to make the advance payment. Okay,
Okay.
so whichever is first, whichever is earlier, that is
Okay.
whether it is payment or invoice. In case if it is payment, then payment.
Payment means
At the
advance payment.
advance payments, then at the time of payment.
Okay.
In case if it is invoice, first is invoice, then at the time of invoice, like whichever is the first.
Okay.
Okay, so like that the withholding tax will be calculated.
Okay, that's fine. This is for withholding tax. For example, this is for only for tax account. The entry will happen goods account added to tax account added to vendor account. Correct, right?
Yes. See,
So for
that is a separate scenario. That is, I hope sales tax is already covered by Lavanya ma'am, right?
tax is yeah. But at the same time, what is the TDS for that? How will get go the settings?
Have FTXP is the transaction where you will create the VAT tax codes, right?
No, I'm not saying the VAT. I'm saying the TDS. Suppose we have to deduct the TDS, no?
This is what we have done, right?
This is TDS. TDS or which one?
Withholding tax is nothing but TDS.
Okay.
It's deducted from the vendor payments. We are paying only 7,680, where this 320 will be deposited to the government.
Okay. So how will calculate the this one GST means that means first they have the entry. For example, goods account we purchased goods means 8,000 rupees we purchase goods and 2,000 rupees for tax. For example, the total vendor account is 10,000 rupees. Okay. For that we have to show it as a goods 8,000 account data to for the GST is 2,000 rupees to vendor account 9,500 and 5,500 for TDS account. That's what only how will here only for you shown as a withholding like the TDS, for example. What about
you want VAT tax to be included here?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Let me see what are the tax codes that have been completed. Income tax. Okay. Bear with me. Let's take some 4,000. Okay. Okay. Let's try content beacons. Take expense. Okay, once again, I forgot to select the tax code. Tax code is not applicable for that Gmail account. Yeah. And that. Withholding tax will have brackets. Let us use that dash 43. Periods are closed in it calculated. Tax pool withholding tax. On, you can see here 3600 withholding tax discount, tax as base 4000, 100% tax base, so it is 4000 on 4000 10%, and taxes tax base amount is 5%. Okay, let us see how this has been calculated. Rent out of this, okay, and this 5% will be 200, but it calculated this much. Percent as base. It is taking decimal. Okay, 4000 minus 400, and this 180. It will go to 180, but why it is not calculating? Why it is taking decimals? Let me check the configuration. Okay. This is fine. Base amount 10 and 10. USD WBS. Percentage on these products after discount and this. This is all good. How this has been considered. Okay, let's first post one more document and see whether it is calculating. Okay, so here this is itself not taking on complete value. Maybe there is some issue. So that's what I have seen. So this is not taking correctly. So it has to take on base amount somewhere. I think what is the payment terms? Even payment terms is not defined. It is taking any. That's the reason it is not taking on the base amount. So this is because of some settings which are. I need to check that. Okay, so this is how the tax gets calculated. Are you following this posting?
Yes, sir. No.
Yeah. So see, on the base amount, it has to calculate, but this is not calculating. I mean, I'll check this like why it is not taking the complete, base value. Okay, so on 4,000, let us assume that since we have posted the invoice amount as 4,000, on 4,000, it should calculate tax, that is 200, and then withholding tax on 4,000, that is 410%, right? So the rest of the balance, like 2 plus 400, which is 600, that will be 500, yeah, tax pool. Yeah, so this we are withholding, but this we have to pay, right? So for this we are withholding 400, and this we will be paying to the vendor, right? Out in this we have paid. Are you following, Rajshekar?
Yes, sir. No.
So along with this, we are paying tax. So that's the reason we will be paying this much amount to the vendor, 3,600, which will out of which 400 is withholded, that is TDS, and this is this is VAT, which is to be paid to vendor. We have to pay to the vendor, right?
Yes.
So this is how the tax and withholding tax get calculated for the vendor. Okay, you can see the taxes here and the withholding tax part. When you click on the vendor line, you can see the withholding tax part. Get calculated A1. Is it clear to you all?
Yeah, not clear.
Yeah, that's great. Pushpa and Chaitanya.
I'm not really sure of it. I'm
Go
getting
through the
confused.
video. Go through the video. It is pretty much clear. There's nothing in this, like this topic, VAT,
I
that
understood
is,
there is a 10% on 4,000, which is 400, which is fine. But again, there is that 190, which is
yeah,
supposed to be
this is
5%.
190 is nothing but VAT, that is tax, sales tax, purchase tax, which is calculated on 4,000. It has to calculate on 4,000, but the system is still considering this part. I will check, and actually you can assume this as 4,000, and this, on that 5%, which is 200. Okay.
Okay.
Simple transaction. This is already done for you. This VAT tax code configuration and VAT tax code postings is already done for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
For example, the TDS, the withholding tax will calculate before the base amount. No? For example, base amount is, base amount is 3,800. Means in 3,308 only you need to calculate. No, for TDS amount, 10% means.
Can you come again?
No, actually, the withholding tax means TDS only. No.
Yes.
For example, the base value is 3,800 plus VAT is 200, means the 4,000 rupees total value. Okay.
No, see, we have posted invoice value is 4,000.
Okay.
Out on 4,000, 10%. If you see here, you can understand easily. You see here, we have take withholding tax basis 4,000. We have configured as gross, right? So entire amount will be considered for withholding tax. So 400 is calculated on 4,000. That is 10%, which is applicable for invoice.
Okay.
So this is withholded, but we have tax code, which has to be calculated on invoice amount, right? So on 4,000, again, this tax code, that is local taxes, need to be need to be calculated, right?
Okay.
This will be collected by the, this we are paying, this 190, or that is 200 will be paying to vendor, and this we will be paying, we will be depositing it to the government, right?
Yes.
Because we have deducted, we are the persons to deduct the TDS from the from the amount that is paid to the vendors.
Okay.
Is it clear to you all?
Okay.
Any doubts? Then we'll go ahead with the other topic. Shall we move ahead to next topic? Let me show, like, when you have configured, when you are configuring tax codes, that is VAT tax codes or sales or purchase tax code, whatever. So what this tax codes transporting, we have a separate procedure, and we'll be, whenever we are updating a tax code, we'll have to update the account determination for the tax code as well, where we are doing the account determination for the tax code, like from which area we this particular document, this particular not this one, I guess. 54, 55. Okay. Yeah. From where this GL account is triggered? 10025. Can anyone tell? This topic has already been covered, right, by Lavanya ma'am? So can anyone tell from where this GL account is triggered? Is anyone there in this?
VAT account.
Yeah. From where exactly the configuration? So it is from OB40, okay? It is from OB40. From where? VST, which is input tax. Here we have updated the GL account for the tax code. Actually, we need to get it. Yeah. Here we are updating the tax GL account for the tax codes, input tax codes. Okay. And whereas the same is for MWS, which is sales tax. Okay. So what happened is when the tax code is created in development system, we'll be creating this tax code, okay, in using transaction FTXP. And once a tax code is created, we won't be updating the rates here. We will be saving just like, let me create one tax code. Let's say this has V6. Okay, I'm creating one tax code, test tax code. Tax code type input. So we should not update the rates here. Okay, just save it. Not even the tax GL account should be updated in development system. Here we'll be updating the GL account, right? We should not update that as well. Okay, so if we update this way, then the entire OB40 will be moved to production system. If there are any inconsistencies in OB40, then everything will be messed up. Okay, it is not suggestible to move the entire, that is along with the VST, which I have shown you here in OB40. If we are moving the changes, entire VST, like since we have only one GL account, so that's the reason it is not showing up. It has only one GL. That's the reason it's we can move the change. But like in production system, in demo system, we'll be playing with the configurations to understand the process, right? So we'll move the change. We are not moving the TR to any other client. So that's the reason. So here in production system, you will be finding n number of tax codes, n number of GL accounts here. So if we release the transport, the entire VST, this transaction, what are the GL accounts that are updated for this VST will be moved to production system. And in case if something, if people have updated using FTXP, and then if it is definitely when we are updating in OB40, then definitely that will be updated here. And if someone is updating using OB40 or someone is updating using FTXP, then everything will be messed up. So the suggestible process is to go with FTXP only. Okay, so that has to be updated directly in the production, not in OB40, not in FTXP in development system. We should not release the GL accounts, tax GL accounts to production, okay, using TR. It should be saved directly, it should be updated and saved directly in the production system, meaning you have to take it as post-production activity. Once after moving the tax code to production, you have to make sure that once the TR is released to production, you have to just check whether the tax code is updated in production. In production, you will be having access to FTXP, but in display mode, then you can check it like the tax code. Like we have defined the tax code VX. You can check once after moving the changes to production. You can check that in production system using transaction FTXP. Check it for that particular country, and then you will find the tax code, but you won't find the rate as well as the GL account. That you have to get the access for FFID access, and then log in with FFID in production and update the percentage and also the GL account for the tax codes. Okay, so let us create one. Here, let me close this session. FTXP, I have created one tax code, which is V6. Okay, I have not updated the rate and also the GL accounts. Let's see how I'm going to update the rates. Let me create one GL account and then show you how to update, like how it is going to be updated in the OB40. So 48. So I'm not updating here. First, we once the TR is created, TR process, for each project they will have, like each client, they will have different process adopted for change requests. That is some, I mean, people will be calling it as like the developments, the changes that we are taking, will be calling it as change requests, okay, which will be moved to production system. In some projects they will call it as demands, they will call it as cases, based on the project terminology. Usually we'll call it as change request. So, in short, it is CR. So this change requests are created in charm. There will be another system where you will be creating the change request for the particular requirement, and then once after change request is approved by the tower lead, that is your finance team lead, and then you will be allowed to create a TR. Okay, that TR will be generated in the charm system itself. Okay, so that is a separate system. Okay, so there the TR will be for which system you are creating. So it is, it is not that you will be working only on one SAP system. Okay, there will be different landscapes. So in usual landscape is DEV, QA, that is development, quality, and production system. So there may be different landscapes, like one system for manufacturing, one system for the, that will be based on the client, that is based on the business requirements. They will have different systems. So the normal landscape, the generic landscape is development, quality, and production system. Okay, so once the TR is generated, you have to save in whatever the TR that has been created for that particular requirement. You have to save the changes in that TR itself. In case if you are handling two requirements at the same time for the same system, you have to ensure that that particular TR is selected when we are making the changes for that particular requirement. In case if you are working on tax code and one is tax code and one is house bank configuration, then you have to make sure that when you are creating the tax configuring the tax codes, you have to save in that particular TR only. If something is messed up and some part of changes will go with this TR and some part of changes will go with that TR, okay, which creates mess, which the things will be messed up in production system, and it won't give the expected results. In quality, it will give you the expected results, because you are, since you are working on both the TRs and you will be moving the changes to quality system, there it will work. But when it moved to production system, it won't give the exact result, expected results. Okay, you have to follow that. Okay, let's say let's create one TR now. Customized TR. I'll take it as tax code V6 for US. My TR is 900, 300. I have to select the same TR. Okay. So now I created and I have not updated. If you see here, I have not updated the GL account and also the tax percentage. Now I'm going to save this into the TR. That is what we are doing. We are exporting, right? Just click on that. Okay. I have to open the new session. Yeah. Export. Select yes. And now select your own TR. Click on as. Select the one which we want to transport. If you are selecting all the tax codes, then everything will be overwritten in production. You should not select all the time. You have to select the one which you have created. Okay, this is very, very important. You have to understand it. In case if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Are you all following this process? If you don't talk, I assume that everyone is understanding it.
Okay.
Are you following?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Then fine. Okay, select the tax code which we created in the TR and then click on save. Okay, now your tax code is included in the TR. Now go to SE10. See like what is the to select to check only this TR. Just leave this TR and then click on it. Tax code. Right. It is carrying only one tax code. Only one tax code. Where it is saved? T007B. You can see this way you have to learn the tables. Under the TR, you will get to know all the tax codes. All the tables. Okay, so where is our TR? You have to give the TR number here. One second. Okay, release this. Always you have to release the child TR, but not the main TR. Okay, just release it. It has to save in this. Not sure what happened. Earlier when I created it was saved, but okay, let's see. So this way, we'll be releasing we'll be moving the changes to quality. So once you release the child task, it will be moved to quality system. Let us assume that this is our quality system. Let's log in again. Let us assume we are logging into quality system again. Okay, so we'll need to log into quality system and then move the changes to quality system. That will happen through CHAM process. Once you set the status in the CHAM for moving the changes, that is transport of copies to quality system, then the changes will be, the changes will be moved to quality system. You can see the changes in quality system within, the background job runs for moving the changes to, this is the duty of basis team who will be moving the changes to quality, and they'll have like they will schedule some background jobs for moving the changes to quality system from development. As soon the TR that is the charm, the change request status is changed to TCOs, that is transport of copies, moved to quality system. When you are working on the development, that is when you are working on the configuration, it will, the status of that CR will be in development status. Okay, when you move the changes to quality system, if you want, after completion of configuration, if you want to move the changes to quality system for testing, then you have to set the status in charm to TCO is moved to quality system. Once job is scheduled, then the changes will appear in quality system. Now, what is the activity in quality system? So you have to write email to your lead asking for open the client in quality system. Usually in quality system, since this tax code is moved with TRs, so this tax code transaction will be only in display mode in quality system. You won't find this enabled in quality system. So when the client is open in quality system, you will be able to, edit the, you will be able to make the changes here. So what happens is, we have to write an email to our lead saying that we need to open the client for so and so requirement. That is, you have to give the clear requirement that you have created, you have recently configured a new tax code for so and so country, and the rate and the GL accounts have to be updated here. Okay, so once the rate and GL account is once the lead approves that mail, he will send the approval over email by replying to the same email. And then once you receive that approval, you have to attach this approval and raise a ticket. Okay, attach this approval to the incident to basis team. Who will open the client in SAP? It is the responsibility of basis team. Basis will open the client. Once the client is open, you have to complete the activity fast and then request the basis team to close it, because that, they won't keep open for days. You have to do the activity, finish off the activity very soon, and update them that your activity is done for closing the client. Okay, otherwise, if something, any configurations get updated, the results won't give correctly in quality system, right? Because when the client is open, all the editable, whatever is in display mode, what all the transactions that are in display mode, you will see in editable in quality system. So that's the reason you have to make sure that once the activity is completed, you have to request the business to, that is basis team, to close the client. Okay, basis team to close the client. So see, now we are logging in quality. Let us assume that we are in quality system. Now just check. So it is in open status, client is open now. Let me update percentage and also the tax code, the tax GL account. So what is our tax GL account which is configured? It is popping up directly because it is considering from OB40 transaction, right? So actually it should not, it should keep open. It should not. So since it is allowed for all the GL, it is configured in such a way, it should allow for all the GL accounts. So that's the reason it automatically popped up. Okay, this is not the case actually. We should not have the GL accounts this way. For each and every tax code, we have to have the GL accounts. The configuration here needs to be changed. OB40. Need to change the configuration here. Let me do one thing. Use this window. Once I released that task, so that's the reason it popped up. It has created one more task. So let me update 100,258. So it is done now. Okay. Now I will go to TXP. I'll update 6% and tax to GL account. So did it pop up now? Because I have made that GL account applicable only for particular tax code. Actually, we will be configuring for GL accounts for particular tax code in production system. In live system, we'll be doing that. In demo, the trainers, in order to understand for the beginners, they will be making the configurations like that. So now let me put my GL account which I have created. Just check this and then select and then save it. Now you have to perform testing for this in quality system. You have to request basis to close the client in quality system and then perform testing, and you have to perform from your end, and also from you have to request business to carry out UAT, that is unit user acceptance testing, that is called unit testing. Okay, so once the user acceptance testing is done from there and approved, then we are they will approve for moving the changes to production system. Okay, they in the CHAM process there will be some status for moving the changes to production. Accordingly, that will be updated and the basis will be moving the changes to productions. Once after moving the changes to production, you have to just check whether this here we are, since we have updated in quality system, that is the rate and the GL account, just check in OB40 in quality whether we have not updated GL account directly in OB40. Just check whether OB40 is updated from here or not. So let us see whether it is updated from here or not. Just check it. VST. See here it has written. Okay, so this way this gets updated. So so in order to update the same in production system, you have to get the access for FFID and then update this tax percentage and also the tax GL accounts in production system. What needs to be updated in what you have to take it as a post-production activity when it comes to tax code configuration? Anybody? Hello, anyone there?
Yes, sir, no?
Yeah, what all the activities that needs to be done in production system when we move the tax code configurations, new tax code configurations?
We need to release the T code, transport. We need to release the transport TR.
No, that is basis activity. We will be just releasing the task, but not the TR, main TR, right? That is not a post-production activity. That is the activity taken up by the basis team. And what is your activity once after moving the changes to production system? In this,
We have to release the. First, we have to release our end.
what you will release in production system? See, this is what I'm like. Just concentrate. We are not. See, we are functional team. We won't be doing any release activity to production. We'll just release the task. Okay, we'll just release the task.
Okay. Okay.
This task will be releasing it. And just release the task. And this TR will be moved to. See, when you release the task, you can only move the changes to quality system, but not to the production. When this main TR is released, then it will be moved to production system, which will be this main TR releasing will be done by basis team. Okay, so
Okay.
this basis team will move the. Let us assume that basis team has moved the changes to production system. Okay, we have taken all the approvals for moving the changes to production, and the changes have been moved to production system. Once it is confirmed by basis team, what is your activity? post-production activity that has to be done in production system when a new tax code is moved. So like what I have told you for updating in quality system, you have to follow the same, okay? Updating the rate and also the tax code. Tax code GL account.
That means whether working or not, we need to test it. No?
Yes.
If working, we need to test it in that.
Yeah, that you will be doing in quality system. How you will test in production system?
Okay.
See, that you should never do anything in production system. Okay, testing part. Testing part, we cannot call testing in production system. It's a live system. No testing can be carried out there. Okay, what is your post-production activities for tax codes? Updating the rates and updating the tax GL accounts. When you update the tax GL account here, you have to ensure OB40. Okay, OB40 is updated or not. You have to check OB40 is updated with the GL account for this particular tax code. Okay, once after updating the rate and the tax code GL account in production system, you have to send out an email to the business stating that the tax code is moved to production and the rate and the GL account is updated accordingly. And this GL account, you will have to discuss with the business and confirm the GL account from them. Take the GL. You cannot assign whatever you like, whatever you wish. Okay, this should be given by the business. Okay. Any doubts in this? Transporting the tax codes to production system.
No.
Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Pushpa, Chaitanya, Rashika.
Yes, sir. No, this is okay.
Okay. So if anything is not clear, you just go through the video, okay, video recording, and then we can discuss in the next session. Okay.
Okay.
Will you be able to connect tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feasible timings for you all. When can we meet tomorrow?
11 morning is fine or evening?
Morning at what time?
11 o'clock.
Morning 11. Huh? Okay. Is it okay for all the 3 participants?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then I will request Lavanya ma'am. I'll confirm in the discussion group. Okay. If the session is scheduled, then I'll confirm in the discussion group.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.